welcome to my video. I'm Tara and I just wanted to show a bit of footage from our holiday to the Landmar Hotel, Costa Gigantes. Enjoy! Okay, so our room is right outside the sort of activity centre. So the soft play is just there behind that bush, and there's volleyball and all kinds of stuff.
Mini golf is there.
Oh, and mini golf is there, isn't it, Zara? Very good. And then, so here we have volleyball. You can see the soft play a bit better there. And that van has slushies and fizzy drinks that you can just help yourself to. And then just behind soft play, if you can see that parrot on top of the bucket, there's a splash pad. And then this is all the courts. And they also have table tennis and a place for the parents to sit. And there's a zip line just behind the football court there. So you can see this is Los Gigantes. And the sea. We haven't walked down to the sea because it's a bit of a walk. It's hilly and we're too lazy, and we were here to just relax for a whole week of nothing. So we're on the first floor, and all the way up on the roof is where the pool is. So we're going to head up there because it's breakfast time. And the hotel has these vending machines, and there's a water spot there to fill up your bottles. The hotel have tried to cut down on
lift going up
plastic bottles, so they don't give you just plastic bottles all the time. So here we are, we're now on the pool level. Sarah, do you want to show the way
swimming pool
out? Here we go. Okay, so up here you can see there's a really nice view of, I think it's La Gomera. Oh, Zara's sad. What's the matter, Zara? Oh, alright, let's go to the restaurant. This is two large pools here, but there's a bridge in between them.
Mother, what's that pool? What's that?
Oh, they're cleaning the pool. Nice. We will clean later for us. And then way down the end there's a pool with a slide. Hi, Daddy. And a baby pool. Okay, so just past here there's a little swing and you can take a picture on it. It's like another photo op. You can just see it there. Oh, and Zara wants me to show you the stage. So they had live singing on there last night, and this is the foyer. Dum dum dum. It's so pretty. And this is nice. The children have really liked running across this little bridge. It goes over a little water feature. It's quite nice.
And then some games in there.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? Shall we see?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some games. We go in here. So there's a bar here, cafe. Water feature, very pretty. And then we'll show the games. Let's go up the stairs and we can show from the height, Zara. So if we come up these steps, you can see there's a little game area. And there's, oops, here we go. So a little game area for the kiddos, some seats. There's some shops here and supermarket, and then just at the end there's Broadway, which is where the children's evening entertainment takes place. So nice view. And then this is the restaurant on the first floor. We're going to go and eat now. This is the restaurant. It's absolutely huge. And you can sit outside, and there's a really lovely view out there. So it's a buffet. It has like all the normal stuff. Lead us out, Zara. Pastries and eggs, cooked breakfast, toast, fruit. Nice view. And the foyer again. which goes all the way down to there. And then you get that lovely view.
Have you got a picture of the swing yet?
Yes. What do you like best about this hotel, Zara?
The pool.
Okay, so we've just come up past the main area to the pool at the top. So this is kind of known as the quiet pool. I don't think you're supposed to have inflatables here. And over here to the left there's some barley beds. You can book those, they cost extra, but we didn't bother because our children never let us sit down long enough to make the extra cost worth it. Do you, Warren? No. So there's a little baby pool up here as well. And then this is also where the Nautilus is, so we're going to eat there today. And I'll try and show you what they have. And yeah, so this pool is nice and warm and there's less screaming and splashing up here, although we're here on half term. Okay, so this is the view from the Nautilus and I'm turning. And there's pizza, chips, onion rings, barbecue, paella. And buffet. And slushies and drinks. So here we are, we're back in the UK and I wanted to kind of give a little bit of an overview of the Landmar. So that was the Landmar at Costa Los Gigantes. We went for February half term. So when we were there, it was probably as busy with children as it's going to get. We thought it was an amazing winter sun location. The whole time we were there, the temperature by the pool was reading at about 28 degrees. So it was lovely and hot, exactly what we needed to get away from the grey days that we had here in February half term. I think we were quite lucky. So I just thought it might be helpful to kind of give a bit more information because I know on the video I was kind of chatting / talking to my children, so I was a bit distracted. So there are 2 buffet restaurants at the Landmar. We actually ended up just using one of them. The other one looked really nice as well. They're just normal buffet restaurants. It's a 4-star hotel, so the food was really nice. It was fresh. There were options for children, which was really nice. It was like chips, you know. My children and I are vegetarian, so that's one thing to mention. So I was able to eat really well. They always had a salad bar with lots of fresh salad, lots of different options. They pretty much always had sort of chips. There was different rice dishes. They tried to sort of theme the nights. I could pretty much always get a vegetarian pizza and things like that. And then I did notice in the corner, if you're a vegan, they have vegan options available, and sometimes there's not loads of them. So if you're kind of not into salad, there's a really good option at the top of where the chefs are cooking fresh food. It says if you want the vegan option of the day, they can prepare it for you. It just takes sort of 10-15 minutes. I'm not vegan, and when I travel I tend to be a bit more flexible. So for example, I do find some of the items aren't very well labelled. There was a focaccia one night and it was labelled as vegetarian. I think it might have even been labelled vegan. And I thought, lovely. And then when I got there, they'd sprinkled like bacon on top. So when I'm abroad, I would just sort of flick that off. So I just picked up a bit with the tongs and it just kind of fell off, and I obviously didn't eat that. When I'm at home in England, I probably wouldn't eat that. But I do feel like when I'm traveling, I have to try and go with it a little bit, but I know not everybody's like that. So just be aware, they do label things. Sometimes the labels are in the wrong place. So if it's something like a vegetarian stew, you might not realise which one's the vegetarian one until it's too late. But yeah, apart from that, they did offer lots of vegetarian stuff. I had a really great time. The children were always able to get vegetarian options as well. So that made them happy. And they had things like the desserts were pretty much all vegetarian. They had a really great selection of desserts every night. The breakfast was really good. They offered cooked breakfasts as well as pastries. They had fresh bread. The fresh bread was available at all meal times, but also at breakfast time, so you could get toast and stuff. Yogurt, lots of seeds and things as well, so you could sprinkle on top. They had pancakes, all that sort of stuff. It was really nice. They did have cereals and fruit as well, and the fruit was fresh as well, so that was really lovely. And they kind of go with what's growing in the season, I noticed, so I suppose they get it locally as well, so that was really nice. So yeah, that's kind of the restaurants. There is a bookable restaurant as well. It's Italian, I believe. We didn't book it. We were sort of really chilled out. I wasn't really interested in kind of having to say a time when I'd be anywhere this week. I just wanted to mong about and do very little. So we just kind of went to the buffet restaurant every day whenever we were hungry. There's also 4 bars, 3 snack bars / locations. So the Nautilus that I showed in the video is the sort of nicest pool bar / restaurant. You can go there in your swimming costumes, whereas the buffet restaurants, they ask you to have a cover up over your swimming costumes. You don't need to do that at the pool bar. We only ate there once, but I actually have to say, if I went to the Landmar again, I would have probably eaten there more, because they had a vegetarian paella as well as the normal sort of traditional Spanish one. They also had, I think you can see on the video, they had meat on a skewer, so you could do kind of kebabs. They had burgers and hot dogs and chips and onion rings and pizza. They had also vegetarian pizza as well as a meat pizza. And then they had all the drinks available. The drinks available kind of on tap were, they had slushies, which really interested my children. They really like a sort of slush puppy when they're back in the UK. So they were really excited and they tasted really nice. I don't think they were sugar-free, but we don't really mind about that when we're on holiday. But if you're a person whose children go crackers on sugar, then maybe just double check that. It didn't say they were sugar-free, but I could be wrong. I know a lot of them in the UK are sort of sugar-free now. They also had, in the Nautilus, there was a pina colada on one of the slush machines, which was really nice. I think it was an alcohol-free one. And then they also had their sort of alcohol cocktail. When we were there, it was a San Francisco. I don't know if they change it, but that was really nice. It's kind of an orangey-based one. That was yummy. And then you can get alcoholic ones as well, but those were the ones that were on the sort of taps. They also had Pepsi Max, just where you can go help yourself. And they had fizzy orange, fizzy lemon, I think tonic water and maybe sparkling water. And then just obviously you can get regular water. And they also had draft beer or lager. I'm not a beer drinker. Pretty sure it was a lager. And then they also had, in the Nautilus, they had a freezer with ice cream tubs that the children could choose from. So our kids were happy to run up and get those. They had kind of different flavours, strawberry and vanilla and chocolate, kind of the normal ones. But then when you're up in the buffet restaurants, they have ice creams that you scoop into a little bowl. And they have toppings, you know, chocolate sauce and sprinkles and bits and pieces as well. So that was really nice. What else do I need to say about the restaurants? I mean, they were just really nice. We really liked them. Oh, the drinks in the restaurants, that's what I was going to say. So for breakfast, they had kind of coffee on, you know, a little machine. You could go up and get sort of cappuccinos and hot chocolates and stuff like that. And then they had fruit juices, so apple, orange, I think they had pineapple, and then I think they had like a mixed one that was like raspberry, lemon, and I want to say orange. So that was nice. And then for the lunch and the dinner times, they also had a white, a rosé and a red wine out and open, and bottles of Prosecco chilled on ice as well. So you can just help yourself, and all glasses are laid out. And they also had the beer as usual, and then the Coke and the fizzy orange and all that sort of stuff. And I thought that was really nice to be able to just go and grab yourself a nice glass of wine with lunch or dinner was really, really nice. They had, you know, proper glasses, proper cutlery. They did have little plastic plates for the children that are coloured. My kids really liked that, but obviously they don't have to have them. But I just thought it was a nice option. And the kids' buffet was kind of low down, so they could help themselves when they wanted to the ice creams and things. So something else to kind of mention is in the evenings we went to the entertainment a couple of times. They have Landy the sea turtle at the Landmar Hotel, who's a character that sort of dresses up. And the kids absolutely love him. He's really funny. My children really liked spotting Landy at the children's evening entertainment. And he appears outside the restaurant sometimes for them to have a photo with as well. I really thought the children's entertainment was really good. It didn't start until 8:15, and I did hear some parents from England kind of saying that they thought that was a little bit late. I didn't have a particular problem with it, but my children are 5 and 6, so they're able to stay up a little bit late, whereas obviously if you've got really little ones, they might struggle with that. Mine would have done when they were younger. There is a spa, but I didn't use it in the end. I was really looking forward to going to the spa. It is an additional cost, but it was quite reasonably priced. I can't remember the prices. If I can remember them, I'll insert them in the comments. But yeah, it was all reasonable. But in the end, I felt so relaxed after a week of not having to housework and school run and work and all the other stuff we have to fit in. Didn't really need the spa. They also have excursions that you can book. There's a lady whose job it is to kind of sit and help you book them. She sits upstairs in the sort of lobby area of the hotel, and she was so helpful to us. I sort of went up there and said that we fancied going to see Mount Teide, I forget how to say it, sorry everybody, don't come for me, the volcano. You can take a trip there, but it is over an hour away from the hotel. And she kind of said the children find it quite boring. It's quite rocky when you get there. There's not tons of stuff to look at. Obviously a volcano is interesting for about 5 seconds if you're my children. So in the end we decided not to do it because we thought an hour or so trapped and they can't run around. They were having so much fun by the pool. So we didn't do that one. We did do a boat trip out to see some dolphins and whales. That was absolutely brilliant. The captain was amazing. He made sure we saw them. We saw pilot whales, spotted dolphins, bottlenose dolphins, and a turtle. We were really lucky on that one. The pilot whales came right up to the boat. They had a baby with them. It was just really cute. I really recommend those boat ones. There was 2 boats that she recommended because there's 2 that have toilets on them. So they were really good, and we could get a taxi down to the marina. We could have walked, but it's quite hilly and I'm not great with directions. Plus I thought my children might whinge and I was sort of morally averse to that on holiday. So we got a taxi. It was €5. It took 5 minutes to drive down to the marina. And we got a taxi back later on. So we enjoyed the boat trip. That was 3 hours. They gave us lunch as part of our ticket price, and I think it was €36 per adult and 18 for the children. It was really nice. Like I said, it was 3 hours. We had the opportunity to jump off the boat and have a little swim, so I did that. I did a bit of snorkeling. They didn't provide masks, so just if you want to snorkel, we did buy them in the gift shop. It was only, I think it was €19 for a little snorkeling mask. And that was perfectly adequate for what I wanted to do. So that was really nice. Then when we came back to the marina, there's a beach around the corner in Los Gigantes from the marina that's got black sand. So I sort of wanted to show the children a black sand beach. So we did that. Had a little look at some of the shops locally, and then we grabbed a cab back to the hotel, and we kind of didn't leave again. It was just so lovely. So I kind of tried to show in the video, but there's 4 large pools at the Landmar and 2 baby pools. So there's 2 of them are separated by a bridge. It looks like one big pool with a bridge in the middle, but they are actually separate. And then you saw the one by the Nautilus. Those 3 are heated and they're like bath water in the afternoon. They were really nice. So you could be in there all day. Your children will not turn blue. But when we were in the one by the water slide, or there's sort of 2 there as well actually, it's kind of a pool that's split in half, that one was only 1 metre deep. So we were there quite a lot because my children aren't yet very confident swimmers, although they did gain a lot of confidence on this holiday. So they were in their depth in that one. That one's not heated. So we did end up moving to the bigger pools later in the week because they could be in there more, and they just wanted to be in the pool for sort of 7 hours a day. So they were able to, they did gain a lot of confidence swimming, but that is 1.3 metres. So for my children, they're only sort of about 1.2-ish centimetres tall. So it was a little deep for them. But that's okay, you know, we were happy to go in there with them, but it's just something to be aware of if you've got children. I didn't realise it's rare to have heated pools in Tenerife. Apparently that's not that common. Don't know, first visit. I did take a picture of the map of the hotel, so I'll post that here. And there was an exit from the hotel. I kind of noticed that towards the end of the holiday, that was right at the back by our room behind the splash pad. I think that's a quicker way to walk to the local town and kind of go to the marina, but we didn't try it, so I don't know. It was an amazing holiday. I would definitely recommend it. I would go back in a heartbeat. And just to say, I guess if I have to pick out some negatives, the hotel was about an hour away from the airport. You could have paid a taxi, and in hindsight, I probably would have done because it's quicker. I think it's more like 45 minutes, actually, because we were on a coach, and the coach takes about an hour and a half. We had the transfers included in our booking. So obviously we used that because I'm tight, but it was absolutely fine. And there was like a little TV on the coach, so that was fine, but it's just something to be aware of. It is about an hour and a half with the transfers because they're not only dropping you, there's other locations as well. And the only other negative was the soft play is sort of it's an undercover one that's outside. That was brilliant. And my children really enjoyed playing on it. The only downside to it was that they closed the gate at 6 o'clock. So it's attached to the children's club. We didn't actually use the children's club, but that is included if it's something you're going to need. And we were just a bit disappointed that the soft play was locked down, but I'm really reaching for a negative here. It's a brilliant hotel. If you've got children and you want a relaxing week, I would definitely recommend the Landmar.